Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case the notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive Tuesday evening. Hopefully everybody was able to get through the day, work-wise, school-wise. Those who was in that unbearing heat, hopefully y'all done got yourself somewhere safe and cool. Appreciate everybody that tuned in earlier for the live stream. Definitely was a good conversation. And if you missed it, you can catch the replay. I know some of y'all was waiting for the music today, and that's my fault. Completely bypassed everything I was supposed to do this afternoon, so had to get things done, but nonetheless, could be back tomorrow with some good vibes. So yep, you see the title tonight. It is part two. And again, this is something that it needs to be talked about because there are a lot of people walking around this earth hurting, and they ain't letting that hurt go. So I said we could break this down on multiple factors, and we will. I think the best way to get to that is a good, strong talk. Definitely letting out all your angers and aggressions, getting your mind clear and getting it far away. A lot of times you do have to take that time and just pray and meditate. Get yourself into that zone where you can start releasing, start reflecting. A lot of people are not doing that. A lot of people feel that if you come into somebody and you talking to them about anything that makes you weak, and it really doesn't. We all have our moments where we ain't feeling our best. But nonetheless, we're not supposed to deny any type of help that is coming our way. And again, I've always felt if you have issues that you feel comfortable talking about, talk about them. But talk about them with the right people. Another reason why some people are not spiritually healing is because you got people that they thought they could trust and come to find out they can't. So that opens up another window that shouldn't be open. Again, the one thing to remember is you don't kick nobody when they're down. Spiritual healing and the healing process gotta cleanse your spirit one way or another. You gotta basically break free of those curses and break free from those demons. You can't break away from them if you're not taking that chance to really get the help that's required. And if you feel you're not getting the help required, you still have to search. See, that's the one thing they forgot. In life, we always want to be searching and we always want to be moving. We always want to find something that resonates and works for us, even when it comes down to that. And again, if you know you need therapy in any way, shape, or form, go get it. Make sure you get a clear view of who you want to deal with and how long you think that session is going to be. It's necessary. When you leave things bottled up, it ain't a good look. I talk, what's going on, baby? A lot of people are suffering really because, again, they ain't trying to open their mouths. But the healing does begin when you do. You know why it's hard though is really because again, it depends on the people that you are entrusting yourself with. You can't just go to anybody and say, "Listen, I got to tell you this." You don't know if that person is really for you or not. If it's not a real close friend or a family, or if it's not somebody that you deem you could leave that with, it's not gonna work. James, what's going on, my guy? My thing is you have to accept help because there's no need to keep all of those bottled feelings repressed. When you do, we see terrible results happen from it. Part of what I'm gonna speak about tonight, I know is gonna probably hit hard a little bit for some, but nonetheless, it is a part of a healing process. Now, the last time I said some people are hurt because of past relationships, so on and so forth. But there are ways to even deal with those situations. You have to really analyze before you just do anything. No doubt, court baby. Oh, we discussed that the other day. I talk. You probably gotta catch the morning replay. I had a panel the other morning, and we kind of talked about that, even a slight role play. Um, see, that's the thing. It's not about what you say. Again, it's how you say it, and you have to say it the right way. As far as it has to resonate. Like the minute you tell me something that I feel is a problem, I'm automatically in tune and saying, okay, look, what can we do to solve the situation? And it needs to be that way. See, I just spoke about this too. Communication is the key. Before you even delve far into a relationship, you gotta basically put everything out there on that table. If you do plan on moving that far. But if you're just singling and mingling, there's not really much you could not really much you could say, really. But again, I feel communication is always going to be the key, even in the process of healing. Yes, communication is a strong operative that we need. It's needed because how am I supposed to know if something's wrong with you if you won't tell me? Even if I see something visibly is wrong with you, but you still won't tell me, that's communication. And then in that same token, how can I help you if you won't let me help you? That will leave somebody in a confusing situation. Because 9 out of 10, they probably, if they don't know how to deal with it, if they figure they done gave it they all, 9 out of 10 they gonna leave. So why mess yourself up because you can't communicate with your partner or can't communicate with somebody that you need to communicate with? Willis, what's going on, my guy? I think a part of a healing process that will always be prevalent, I'm not gonna lie, it's always gonna be love. Love and respect. Word, what's going on? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, I talk, because there's always a right way to do something, even when you not noticing you doing it right. See, again, you can easily sit here and tell me something, but if I feel it and I know it and I can sense it, I'm gonna be on it. That's gonna be the first thing that resonates. Like, wait, what's going on? But see, even if you didn't tell me something, you got to be in tune. Communication is a key, one way or another. You might not want to tell me something verbally, but if I could read you, like how I could read you body wise, yeah, I know something is wrong. And if you don't want to talk about it now, we can talk about it later on. See, that's one thing to remember too. Sometimes you can't force people to open up. You have to give it time to some degree. Listen, if you really got something you want to get off your chest, get it off your chest. And if you feel it's not the right time, then whenever you're really ready to talk, we can talk about it. But at least in the meantime, you know, let's try to get you back at least in a happy space. Yeah, I did. I did have the baby. You forgot. I had the baby with your mother. That's how we had you. See, another time talking about again, a person like this that don't have no type of spiritual healing, but nonetheless, you could get one of these before we finish off with this lesson today. Because I felt you was coming. I felt you was coming. But you could take one of these to the bank. Take that to the bank. But again, if you're not opening your mouth and you're not communicating, you're not saying nothing. And you're going to end up losing everything because of it. Communication, no matter what it is you're going through, is your best solution. Again, you can't keep everything bottled up. It's not going to look good at all. Now, see, when you go a little deeper, prime example, it's going to get critical. And the only reason it's going to get critical is because, again, if you're not relaying anything to your partner, if you're not getting that anger or that sort of depression, sadness, anything off your chest, it's eating you up. And again, why go through all that? If you know you clearly are suffering from something, it's good to open your mouth. That old saying, a closed mouth don't get fed, yeah, it's true because it's still part of communication. If you need the help, you have to go get the help. But then again, you could tell that to some people. Mookie, what's going on? You already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. Now, you're more than welcome, ladies. And my bad, y'all. If y'all seen me give a video clip just now, y'all already know who was in here. Another person that definitely needs some sort of healing and won't heal. So I'm not going to be the one to help you heal. But you will hear something tonight. So I talk, I can tell you this from experience. Trust me. I know that. A lot of times, that's what I was doing. I was holding a lot of stuff in, at least anger wise. I was holding stuff in. At some point, I had to realize that same anger, that same bottling up emotion, it will kill you, or it will damn near kill you, or it will put you to a mental break where it's going to be a hard road coming back. But I would tell some of y'all, if y'all really, I would tell mostly all of y'all, but I don't think everybody going to listen to that. If you really do honestly love somebody and you are in a relationship or you really are married, you know, you have to keep that communication line open no matter what. The more you hold it in, the more you don't let it go. It's going to eat at your heart. And remember, stress is still a number one option and a number one killer. You letting it be on your heart like that, you're not resting, you're not doing the proper things you would normally be doing, you're breaking your body down one way or another. Y'all got to be able to communicate with each other, but in the same token, y'all got to be able to understand each other clearly. If I see that you're going through something, I'm not going to do anything that I feel would trigger you. But if I did do something, even if I'm not noticing of it, it'd be nice if you say something. You know, things like that will go a long way sometimes. But if you have gone through something, again, just take your time and get the necessary healing that you need. Don't rush the process. When you rush the process, you're not properly healing. Now, tonight is a little bit different too because I am going to add something into the mix. And I do want to say to anybody who has been a victim, put this up for my fault. This is for fair use, and this is my view and opinion. So this don't reflect on nobody but me. But I am going to say that people who have been victims of sexual crimes, prime example, the ones who are going through the burden, the ones who are suffering mentally on a daily with that, some point you gotta let it go. And I'm not saying it to be rude, I'm not saying it to be disrespectful on no accounts because it's not. But I need you to understand at some point you have to let that go. Despite the situations, it's not your fault. If you ever felt it was your fault, it's not. Can't help that we got a world full of sick, twisted people. And if you have been a victim, like I said, your best bet, even though it's hard to trust people at that time frame, is still find somebody you really can confide in and let loose. You have to. When you're not taking that time to really adjust, it's going to be a hurtful road back. And we know it is hard to trust if you've been a victim of that. But just remembering that that's not just a obstacle that you have to face day in and day out, but just knowing that you're strong enough to get the help you need and try to move past that so you can try to at least get back into that thought of at least, feeling safe. That's a step right there. And that's going to be a strong step towards the healing process. Lala, what's going on, baby? Again, you can't hold in repressed anger, resentment, none of that. That will be a downfall. And again, the reason why some people will have a hard time is because you have some ill will people that are supposed to be trusted and they end up doing the unthinkable. But I've always felt when you are doing things like that along the lines to victims of that situation, you are hurting their healing process. And you are possibly causing some sort of detriment to happen to them or something around that nature. And it's not cool at all. It's not. And some of these people never really go through a healing process. They just already go downhill because one person's actions have destroyed their thought process of how society is and how it should be. And for those who do go through the healing process, they do have stories to tell. And it's a journey coming back to some sort of normalcy in your life, especially when you had that situation happen to you. But the one thing to remember again is that not everybody in the world shaped that way or built that way. They're not. Not everybody is out to harm you. Not everybody is out to deceive you. Not everybody is out to cause no pain. But in that same token, you got some people who will. But that's because they don't have no conscience. They don't have no sense of well being anyway. If they don't care about themselves, you really think they care about you? And it is a saddening moment when you have those people who go through that. And it's actually gut wrenching again because when those people are trying to get back, it's a hard process. It's going to be a lot of crying. It's going to be a lot of heartache. There's going to be a lot of separation. It's going to be a lot of distance. Even distance from people that they know for a fact they can trust. But because they've been hurt in that way, it ain't going to be right. And some of them will definitely hide it. And some people are good at hiding feelings and emotions, especially if something has been done to them. It's like some people go straight into instant shock and they store that memory right there. And it's gut wrenching and heartbreaking because again, they shouldn't have to go through that. Yet and still, they are not to be made fun of, exploited, nor anything. Because that's not nothing to exploit. See, in the world right now, we got too much going on. You have some people again who won't let go of any past discretions. Part of it is pettiness. Part of it is self hate. You never know. But at some point, even those people got to let it go. Because you've been hurt, that don't mean you hurt everybody else. Because you feel a type of way about something, don't mean everybody going to be feeling that same way. But I would say to those victims, you have to be strong no matter how the situation looks at that time being. Yes, it will be a fight. It will be a road back. It'll be hard for you to trust even your closest friends because you don't know if they're going to keep it to themselves or if they're going to run back and say something to somebody. And even if they do, just always got to be prepared because there will always be somebody, even if they don't know the situation. They could be poking at a situation and it could trigger you. Hence why I said when you make like jokes like that, that ain't right. And it does mess up a healing process for those who are healing. Everybody's going to have a different view and opinion on things, but I'm always have a strong opinion on this one. And again, the best way for y'all to heal, even in those situations, is communication. I'm sorry, as much as you might not want to speak, I'm sorry, you're going to have to. That pain and that sorrow will make you feel like you're guilty of something. And you're not guilty. Not at all. But I do feel this way too. The longer you sit with it, the longer you're going to have to bear with it. Your dreams will become nightmares. Your worst fears will become reality at some point. And at some point, your mind will play tricks on you because, again, you're not releasing what you're supposed to be releasing. And the thing is, if you love yourself, if you really respect yourself, you have to open your mouth and get the treatment that's needed. You have to. And if you feel you can't trust the soul, then you might as well trust the one that created everything. Even though he already knows what's what, still let it go. There's some things in life you're not going to be in control of. And when again that happens, you got to release it and let it go. Let it go the best way possible before it consumes you. There's nothing worse than being consumed by hate and self-infliction. And for those who feel that there is nobody out there that you really can go to and trust me, they are. But you have to keep your mind open. And you have to keep all possible avenues open. It's a way of keeping yourself balanced. It's a way of keeping yourself from crashing out at the worst moments. Healing process takes some time. And it's going to take time only again because you have to deal with that day in and day out. Give me 1 second. There we go. But you also have to remember that there's no obstacle in life that you can't face and that you can't get over. You have to take the necessary steps, and it's critical. So, again, I would inform you who have been victims of that to keep that communication line open one way or another. It will be a healing process and it will start cleansing your spirit slowly. And I'm not going to lie, for some people, it is going to be a hard road, especially if it was done by family or close friends of that nature. But I would still tell y'all in that instance, go get the help that you need. and do not suffer in the dark. We get too many stories of people who just couldn't open up, and it got the best of them. So I don't know. Even though it's sounds like it's kind of hard, but it's really not. Again, you have to be able to love and respect yourself and trust yourself to know that no matter what happens to you in life, you are a survivor, you are a warrior, and you're gonna get through whatever you're gonna get through. You're gonna have that constant reminder and that pain every other time something does happen, but you'll be strong enough to start fighting those triggers off, slowly but surely. Again, it is critical though to keep that communication line open. And if you have to do what's necessary to start that spiritual healing as far as getting the right type of help, and do so. Another part that I was going to talk about tonight as far as the healing process too, um, this has just got to deal with the community as a whole. We are all hurting one way or another. And again, we all coexist in these communities that we live in. Some point, there are some things that just need to be water under the bridge. Toss it out. Again, we all go through the same struggles one way or another. We all struggling to pay bills. We all struggling to try to keep families safe and afloat. And we all going through the struggles of all the little parasitic evils in the world. At some point, it is time to start healing. For those who have issues because of either specific beliefs or whatever, it's time to sit down and come to a conclusion. Again, at one point, our communities around the world was not as bad as they are now. Because again, we were all mostly invested in knowing who our neighbors was and what was going on. And if there was things that were definitely unseedy, then yeah, we knew how to just eliminate that. It's not like that no more. At some point, we got broken as a community. We just stopped caring. But at the same token, we also forgot. We stopped caring about the generation behind us. And this is where the healing needs to start beginning. Everybody's going to have to sit down at some point, sit down at some sort of table and figure out their issues. And if they could come to a conclusion, then that's even more beneficial. Because now I can start the healing process. Okay, this group of people didn't like this group of people because of a misunderstanding. Okay, well, let's see how we gonna settle the situation without it having to come to any sort of violence or just negative back and forth. And you'll be surprised a lot of y'all do have a lot of things in common outside of what you think. Things what's going on, baby? Seeing again, realist, you won't know who's going through what because again, a lot of people are just not invested. They feel as long as again it's not affecting their immediate family, they don't care. This is where we lost a lot of community backing. I think it's sad though, because again, at what point do we really sit down and start trying to hear? A lot of times, people don't allow themselves to just take the time and think. A lot of times they have people outside who are instigating situations even more, trying to intensify something. And that's a part of breaking the healing process. If two people are having a back and forth, and it could be emotions involved in that because, again, you never know what could be going on between both of them. But you got the wrong people instigating that and keep instigating that, they ain't gonna get no chance to really heal. And even if they have broken off as friends, um, you're messing up the healing process when you keep injecting certain things that don't need to be injected. I would say victims of any type of violence, you do have to keep a communication line open as well too. You gotta take that time and heal, and you gotta assess how you're gonna move from now on. But see, a lot of times, bro, you don't gotta put things out there on the internet. I get where you're going with it though. But a lot of times there are people that don't necessarily, they're the old school people that don't do all that internet. But yet still, it's hard to be seeing what's really going on when you got too many new people moving in. You got a lot of people that's keeping it secretive. And you got people that they keeping secrets because they feel it's none of nobody's business. But at some point, it will be everybody's business because, again, if you got a family and you ain't in control of your family, at some point, your family gonna be in harm. Oh, shoot, give me a second. I had to drink this good old cold water. Tired of the fish grease outside, but yeah. But see, this the problem though. At some point, that needs to stop too, because again, we all ain't perfect. We all going through some sort of struggle. We all coming from some sort of background, good or bad. It doesn't matter. When it comes to general things that we know shouldn't be happening in our communities, shouldn't be happening. And the more we let it happen, the more we ain't healing. The more you got people getting hurt that shouldn't be getting hurt, it's definitely not going to be no healing. It's only going to lead to anger, more regression, and aggression. And before it's all said and done, it leads to a tragic downfall. That's why I said at some point, people just got to get it together. We have to. Because again, we ain't going to be here forever. And the people that are coming behind us, one way or another, they're going to inherit what's going on in this world. But we should leave them something good. At some point, adults got to be adults. Even when it comes down to parenting, you got to be adults. Might not want to, but you have to. But Tanya, what's going on, baby? I think that's something to really take into consideration again. How can we heal as a whole and as a community when we're allowing specific evils to get us caught up in the mix? I mean, for real. If some people want to do what they do, then let them. But for everybody else that ain't trying to be a part of that, leave them be. But it is a process of elimination again. You got to be knowing who you can really trust and who you just got to play fair out with because, again, you never know. Now, I will admit there are some things that you need to keep to yourself, especially if you really feel you can't trust somebody. But nonetheless, you still got one person you could tell that to, and 9 out of 10, there won't be no judgment. You'll never know though. But to be honest, we heal as a community when we start picking up the pieces that we need to pick up. We are going to need some people to really be on them forefronts to try to keep certain things down to the minimum, even when we know our locals ain't trying to do what they supposed to do. And that's one thing to really remember too. As a community, y'all gotta keep communication lines open. You have to be more involved. You definitely have to figure out what methods of protocol are needed. Ah, shoot, shout out to the water plug too. My bad, y'all. In heated moments, you're not thinking clearly. And when you're not thinking clearly, that's a problem. But you could not be thinking clearly because you've been hurt or victimized one way or another. And at some point, you're going to have to start healing. But we do need to start picking up those important pieces. If we pick those important pieces up, we can start the healing one way or another. Again, we don't have to love each other, but we should respect one another's space and respect one another's life. There are people who might not never heal because they had tragedy in the family. Tragedy that could have been avoided, tragedy that definitely wasn't necessary, especially if innocent people got hurt. So again, at some point we have to start picking up the right pieces. But I do feel it is a start though. Some people just gotta sit at the table. There's certain disagreements that you know could go left, but you could possibly stop it from going left. Do so. I'm sorry, but I do feel communication again is the best method and option for a lot of us to start healing. And when we start seeing what's going on and really get to know who's who, we can start slowly getting back to that process of having our communities at least more well protected and well rounded. And see, the healing does start from everybody working together. I mean, everybody, even down to your local police and everything else. Only way you're going to be able to really start a healing process where it's needed is if you start taking community reach, you start taking back the things that are needed, especially the things that we need for those future generations. You want future greatness and growth. You also want strong notion to keep everything going prosperity wise. So again, let's start taking back what we need. If we see certain things that are definitely harming us, we need to find a way to stop letting it harm us. You got to counteract whatever they trying to throw. But again, it does start with communication. What do we need? How do we figure this out? Where do we start from? Once we get those, we can start building. And building a strong safety net, it doesn't come easy, but it does come with time. And I feel we can get back to that greatness. We can get back to that sense of safeness and hope that, you know, we ain't got to worry about too much nonsense. Some things we'll never be able to eliminate, but there are things we can eliminate. We can eliminate self infliction and hurt. We can eliminate disrespecting each other to the fullest. But in that same token, there are some people that, regardless of what, they're gonna have to come at them disrespectfully because they don't understand anything else outside of disrespect, which is sad. Then again, don't even give it energy. When you're giving it too much energy, you're giving out the wrong energy, and they just feed off of it. But again, the best course of action for y'all, best way of healing, and for the process to really mean something and be genuine, communication. Got to have balance as well too. We really shouldn't allow certain things to divide us and keep us in that mentality of division. Again, we all struggle in one way or another. Our struggles might not be the same, but they're struggles nonetheless. The struggle of trying to survive and live in a world where anything can happen and it's just too much hate, spitefulness out there. The struggle of trying to keep a roof over your head and maintain a balance in the household the way you need to. Struggle of dealing with other people's problems, especially when you know you are the person they trust to come to. You're gonna have a lot of different struggles. Struggles with work, struggles with either keeping you in position or struggles trying to get into a higher position. There's always going to be one of those in life. But remember, those struggles you can get through by keeping yourself humble, focused, determined, and just strong willed, possible to do anything. You can't achieve greatness. You can't achieve perfection, but you can achieve greatness. Keeping that fair balance right there, you'll be able to get through the toughest struggles. Hey, we struggle every day. We might be losing somebody close to us or not. That's a struggle right there. But again, you got to keep yourself whole. You got to definitely keep yourself focused and mindful of what's needed. You're gonna always need self love, self respect, and determination. Nonetheless, in this world, it's kind of hard again because you have people that just don't know who to trust. Trust and loyalty is definitely another key, especially towards the healing process. If you know you got those people that you really trust and they really trust you and they loyal to you just like you loyal to them, that's the best method right there. Sometimes you might have a random person that comes into play that knows you might be going through something. If they happen to sit down and talk with you, it's not always going to be a situation where they're going to try to use something against you. 9 out of 10, they probably going to try to help you or give you the best advice, especially if they probably been through it or know people who've been through it. If these people could possibly help you, even if they are strangers in the dust, 9 out of 10, that could be a stranger from that man upstairs. Community healing, it does start with outreach in one way or another. Best course of outreach, we got to outreach and we got to reach the people that are coming behind us, people that are here now. Another best course of method for real. I think when we get to understanding of, again, just honor and respect, respecting one another's space and property, that'll be another part of healing. I'm bad for a second. I thought it was raining. I got bamboozled again. But when you don't speak, you don't open your mouth, you allow things to bubble up inside you, it won't get any better. And it could definitely take a turn for the worse because it's either going to spew out in action or it's going to spew out in words. And see, the mission, if you choose to accept it, is if you know that you have enough built in inside you, let it out. Doesn't matter how. Whether you're writing in your book, whether you're writing anything that's going to write down your thoughts. Some people forgot that method of just writing down your thoughts. Write down exactly what you feeling and how you feeling. If not, write you a little journal. You're gonna need that. When you feel you can't trust nothing, you can't trust that. That pen and that pad will always be a secret because you have it in your reach. Can't nobody read that. And sometimes you need to do that because, again, when you can't even get your words out, got to be able to write them down. Write down every emotion, every thought, every anger. Just let it go. When you let it go, starts the process of healing. You start to unleash and release that tension that's on you. Again, we have to get back to not just spiritual healing, but mental healing. You have to be strong, you got to be strong willed and strong minded in these situations. You can't allow your impulses to get the best of you. Healing doesn't come easy, it doesn't come cheap, but healing does come. And it comes in many forms. If your method of healing is writing down everything, write it down. Campbell, what's going on, baby? Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just something to think about. If you love composing any type of music or anything along those lines and that helps with your stress, do so. You into boxing or you into any type of sports routines, get into that. Let that aggression out. You in the arts, let it out. You in the drawing and creating, let it out. Let the frustrations out. Yeah, you knew you was gonna hit one of those throughout the night. I knew that. You knew you was gonna hit one of those. Oh, I did say for every time I did hear that during my live stream, I was gonna add something. So yeah, I'm gonna add something today. Making my scalp hurt, man. But nonetheless, whatever makes you happy or whatever puts you back into happy calms, and do so. And that's what we need to do as a community. Find that general thing that keeps us on our toes, but it also makes sure that we healing at the same time. Can no longer bear the burden and the hurt nor the division. Again, start respecting each other's beliefs, cultures. Again, start respecting each other's property. Just respect each other as a whole. Some people don't know how to respect people because they don't know how to respect themselves in the first place. But at some point, you should learn that. Even if you wasn't taught it, you should learn it at some point. And the more you don't wisen up, the more you lose around you. But nonetheless, it is something to really think about. We really don't have much that should be dividing us and should be having us at odds. But the more we allow these objects to affect us, we messing up even worse. Again, for those who might have been done wrong, you have to learn to heal. You have to learn to let things go. I think it's time for people to really wisen up to that fact. Respect and honor will definitely go a long way. And it will begin the healing process for a lot. For those who might have lost children, there's a healing process to that as well too. Some of you will feel like it's your fault, but it really isn't. That's the one thing to remember too. There are certain things that are out of your control and it's not your fault. You have to remember to keep yourself somewhat, not somewhat. Let me stop lying to myself. You gotta always remember that things that are out of your control, it's never your fault. And a lot of times you're gonna see a silver line. Yes, you're gonna go through that process of grieving. Might definitely feel like you're never gonna get to know that one, and you know that is a common feeling. It's a common feeling for some because everybody has lost a child one way or another. And for the ones that haven't, you're more blessed than anything. Another thing to remember is that you just can't question a higher power. Again, there are going to be some things out of your control. I've always believed that, there are certain things that time will reveal. And for all you know, if that child wasn't born into this world, it could have been for good reason. It probably wasn't time. Again, there's some things you just can't question as much as you want to. You gotta have a faith even when it's being shaken to the core. You gotta definitely have, strong possibilities as well. The strong suits will always keep you whole. But again, the one thing to remember is that don't think that it's ever your fault. No matter what trauma you have been through in life, smallest to the biggest, remember that it's never your fault. Even when you think it is, it's not. Papa Will, what's going on, my guy? I think when we come back to that notion that there are things that are well out of our reach, we'll start that healing process. Again, there's not much you can do on that situation. I know a couple people who had, what was it called? How do you call it? Stillborn babies. Just got into the world and they didn't get much in the world either. Some of them suffered traumatic nights. They suffered traumatic nights because they were able to hold their babies even though there's no life in that baby. So it has messed them up. think that's what it's called, real stillborn, if I'm not mistaken. Like I gotta get that term right. Didi, what's going on, baby? Again, they suffered some nights. Individually, they suffered some nights. But even they, at some point, had to let it go. They had to let it go because, again, it was eating them up. And that's the worst type of feeling is when you have that type of pain eating you up. Oh, I hear you, Papa Will. My bad. I'm trying to catch up in the chat. Yeah, it's tweaking a little bit, though. You have people who are definitely going through trying times. The worst thing, again, you can do is kick somebody when they down or betray them, stab them in the back. You have people who are good for that. Again, keep your composure. If you know who you really can go to, go to. Don't suffer in the dark. That's why a lot of us are not healing that. Still suffering in the dark. Some things you're gonna have to let it go. Speak, not write it down. Some people's process of healing have been coming through just giving motivational speeches or just writing either books or anything along those lines, writing real things that are common to what's going on now. It does begin the healing process again. You are releasing all of that. I think that's the best way to do it a lot of times though. However you feel you're going to be able to release that energy, you have to. Not you tearing yourself up. You have to get one step ahead of that obstacle that you're facing. You're going to have many hurdles that are going to probably slow you down. But then again, you probably won't. It depends on how you move it. If you are believing in yourself and you are getting yourself back to a strong healing method, keep doing that. Miss T, what's going on, baby? Papa Will, you coming in here talking about food, man? Listen, I'm over here talking about the healing process. You talking about barbecue ribs? They ain't even put a barbecue rib in the chat. Nah, Papa Will. You been gone for a couple days, so I gotta give you one of these too. I'm sorry, y'all. He got it coming. He knew it was coming. I tried to leave it on. Nah, it's all good. But nonetheless, though, you have to remember that whatever's going on in life, you will be able to get through it. I'm gonna say if you on drugs, alcohol, anything along those lines, if you are determined on getting that help and you know you are fixing to get it, you will beat the odds one way or another. Yeah, Papa will. Yeah, bring the dogs out today. I felt if I did this though, it'd have been too violent. Hey, you my people, son. Oh man, Letitia, what's going on, baby? But again, when you don't open your mouth to the right people, or you don't release that type of sadness, depression, and anger, it will harm you in the worst way. Why send yourself to the early grave? Again, you have a lot to live for, and that's where you should remember that during the healing process. You have a lot to live for, no matter what you've been through. You are still here for a reason. Every day that you are able to do something or wake up, you have to start building yourself up. I ain't realist. I know Hellboy for real. He might come up, man. Listen, he might knock on your door, son. But again, you got to remember one thing too. Confidence will always bring you to the happiest part. You have to remain confident and faithful that things will turn out better for you. Don't delve into that dark path and don't delve into that dark road because it's not something that you're going to be able to come back from whole. How can you heal properly when you are allowing all the negative spirits to damage what thought process you have? Just you got to get back to humanity as well too. Again, it ain't really much that separates us. If you want to say race separates us, no. We all are humans, right? Wait, let me get a one in the chat. We all human. I could have swore he was a race, so um, it's not that much that again really divides us. We can start a community healing by just sitting down at tables and really just coming to know who's who. And again, not every tribe is gonna be a tribe or a fit for you. If you're making your own tribe, you gotta make sure it comprises of not just different personalities, but at least different personalities that at least agree on the things that are needed. Start getting back to those things, attacking what's needed to be attacked community wise, so we can start bringing back a structure. Definitely be cool. It will start a healing process. Realist, you keep trying to, man. Realist, see, I knew you was gonna do that. You knew she was gonna tell you that. You know, you set yourself up for this one. Now you set yourself up. Oh man, that's the DD go to bed, right? But it's not working. Told you, it's different. Oh man, no, but see, this is what I'm saying though. You gotta come together and really see what's what. Again, a lot of us are not divided by too much. Most of us can come together and have a good time, and it don't be nothing crazy outside of the negative that we do see here and there, but don't be really much that will cause no real harm or division amongst the real people. Again, not every tribe is going to be a tribe for you, especially if you all coming in the world. Didi, that's because you need some melatonin. Yeah, I caught up with the chat. You need some melatonin. Nah, you know what? Damn you, Didi. We was trying to avoid this with you tonight. Apparently, you don't listen. Man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be incorporating certain things. I never said I wasn't going. Like I said, I do things when I feel like doing things. Don't nobody tell me nothing. Well, you have to tell me something tonight, though. You have to tell me something. But the best method, again, no matter how you facing anything in life, again, is communication and just building yourself back up. You have more to life to offer than you think. Best way of healing for a community as a whole, get in tune with the younger generation and see what's going on. Get in tune with the elders in the community and see what's going on. Oh, good, coach. You came back just in time. You came right here just in time. Came right in time. I like it though. I like it. You done came in here and you done came in here with no pork chop, no nothing, not a nothing. Court, we gotta get you right, baby. But the best way, a lot of times too, a lot of y'all just gotta be yourselves. Didi, stop encouraging madness. You know what? You need that one again. But when all else fails, yeah. If you haven't done so by now, you already know. Drop a link, show each other love in here. Definitely good ones in here. And I bring the conversation tonight. BMF, what's going on, my guy? Oh, you walked right into madness as well too. Don't worry. Yeah, we gotta have a little brief intermission, y'all. I do like this though. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh man, it's gonna be more of those coming. Don't worry. Nah, I caught. I sound hot. That's what. Matter of fact, here, take one of these two while you at it. Since I sound tired. Hold this. I'm got tired of talking to you today. You take one of these two. I ain't nowhere near tired. You want to be technical? I slept most of my afternoon away, hence why I didn't do the music. I could be doing some music tomorrow. We'll see. Don't look so surprised. You got some more coming. Don't worry. You know. But definitely like this one though. Dog out here knocked out, sitting up under this good old AC love. At least for now. I know at some point he's gonna be a pain in my neck. Look, spoke him up. And see, you know what, Court? You should mind your business. So you gotta get this love tonight. Don't worry. You know, this hurt my damn feelings. Yeah, call CPS. Call CPS, Court. Like most people, they sleep. It's hot. Phil, what's going Phil, what's going on, my guy? Best way of healing though is laughter. Laughter and good vibes. That's how you begin a lot of healing processes. Some point you gotta laugh. Can't be too angry. Can't keep crying. Can't keep getting too emotional. You have to at some point start laughing. Hold on, DMF. Hold on. See, now I'm about to begin my healing process. You still came in here without no lottery tickets. You gotta get one of these too. How do you out with that, man? Oh man, ain't coming here with no food, no scratch off tickets, no nothing. Oh, I see what y'all trying to do. You trying to test my gangster. But it does start with laughter too. Can't keep everything bottled up. It will harm you in the worst way. And when you again feel you can't release to anybody, release it to that higher power. Then from there you can start a process. And I do want to say again, healing prayers to those who need it on all language, health wise, and as far as people who lost family members, even as recently, give condolences and healing prayers where it's needed. But I think once we get back to the humanity aspect of just respecting and honoring one another's spaces and views and opinions, we'll be all right. And yeah, you do have to open your mouth though. But this is all, this is all that's needed right now. Even talks like this does start some sort of a slow healing. I can honestly say I was going through a healing process myself this past week. But I managed to get through everything, not just because of me being strong and determined on not just bringing content, but just bringing awareness where it's needed. But it was a process for me because, again, when it was something I couldn't get rid of, I had to let it go. Definitely let it go. If I didn't let it go and it festered, we probably would have got one of these. Nah, I hear you on that, Phil. But this is what I'm saying, though. A lot of times it is needed, to avoid that type of situation. Gotta be able to let go. Now, let go of something the other day that I felt was my fault. It wasn't. I almost questioned something that I shouldn't have. Glad I didn't. But it did fester in me. When I came to the realization that things are not determined by me, I don't have the power to change things. I had to accept that. The only thing I could change was my thoughts, which it did, and served me well. Part of the healing process, right? Some point you gonna talk. If you don't talk, at some point you gonna just let it go. When you let it go, that's the best way to do it. The link is pinned up in case anybody want to chime in on the situation. Feel like this is another good topic that definitely was needed right now. Think we're gonna get to that though. We'll definitely get some sort of growth. If we don't, we're gonna get this. A lot of the unfortunate scout pieces will be hurt tonight. You got to be mindful though. Again, there are people you can trust. You might not be able to trust everybody, but there are people you can trust that will keep you whole and balanced. Always remember that part too. When you have those key elements and key pieces, you will begin to heal. And we all can heal as a community if we just eliminate the barriers that are keeping us divided. That is another part of healing. And if you choose to accept the healing process, you're gonna definitely have to make sure that you are strong and capable enough to keep moving forward. Don't let nothing hold you back, even when it is something traumatic. The hell going on with you, Phil? Man, my scalp hurt. Let me not even get into this. Let me not even get into this. But nonetheless, though, I do feel at some point the numbers will start reaching. The people will definitely start reaching, and then they'll be healed. Love, baby, what's going on, baby? Realist, I'm telling you, it's always one of y'all to say something that just make my scalp hurt. When my scalp hurt, I don't like it. So here, you get one of these. Take one more for the road. Phil told you that the last time. If that's the same situation, man, you making my scalp hurt. Oh wow, love, baby, I hear you. Hopefully everything well with you though, sis. Man, listen. For those who really need to hear this, man, listen, try to keep yourself in the best health possible. And you didn't listen, right? You did not listen. You know what, Phil? You caused yourself to get one of these today. And see, I liked you. I wasn't even going to do this to you, but I gotta do this to you. You know, hurt my damn feelings. So you're not gonna keep doing that. Like, come on, like, Phil, you did it again. I'm playing one game when you pop a whip. Nah, man. BMF don't encourage the madness, man. You already know how we do, love, baby. Come on, man. Oh, James, can you do me a favor and drop shout outs to Lovey? You drop Lovey link in here too. Oh, shout outs to Liz B. Ain't forget about her baby. Dee Dee, stop encouraging it. She ain't gonna never heal every time I turn around. One of y'all making my scalp hurt about son. Yeah, I'm switching up on you, Papa Will. Every time y'all come in here and make my scalp hurt, everybody gonna get one of these. Got my scalp hurt. Shut that guy. That damn dog. Hold on one second. Got me tight. We put this back up for fair use. My scalp hurt. Fair use. My scalp hurt. Nah, Pop. Like I said, I could have been did all of that. At least recently, I could have been did all of that. I wasn't in that mind space to do anything. Like I said, I move accordingly, and I move at my own pace. Appreciate you, James. But nonetheless, we gotta realize that the things that are keeping us divided, the things that are hurting us, it's only going to keep intensifying if we don't start letting go. And it does start with a good, strong conversation. Now I know, Phil, man, but listen, I gotta tell you, even in that notion, just keep yourself spirited, keep yourself faithful. Something gonna happen, bro. Something good gonna happen on your end. Sometimes we all go through tough times and we go through little bad spells, but we do get through it. A lot of times that's just our faith being tested. And if you're allowing it to shake your faith and your spirit, and you're basically losing the war. It was a genuine struggle in the war every day to try to deal with the things that are going on in society. But we do get through it. Carlos, what's going on, my guy? And shouts to Nefertiti. Shouts to everybody that might not be in here right now. Appreciate you for dropping those links, James. The healing process is what it is, a process. And it could be a magnificent process coming back, or it could be a horrific. It can be horrific if you don't let go of the pent up aggression. See, I can say that because sometimes I still got it. It happens. Mo, what's going on, baby? See, Phil, because you didn't want to listen, you got to get one of these again. Learn to listen. And when you don't listen, you're going to get one of these. Don't make no damn sense. Told you this months ago. You couldn't have been my brother. I karate chopped you. That karate chopped you, Phil. You still ain't listen? All right, watch this. But a communication barrier will always be our way to healing. Gotta be able to relay those thoughts and those emotions one way or another. We realize that we could come to terms and conclusions of better healing all around the board. Again, it is about love and respect. We have a way and we could have a destiny and shape in the future. But if we ain't properly healing, not just individually, but as a community, we basically lose the war. Marlene, what's going on, baby? See, Phil? See what happens? See what happens? Yeah, you see what happens. Well, when you say stuff like that, and you move like that, you kind of get one of these. You kind of get one of those. Better stop playing around, man. Definitely don't want one of these. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Chill, what's going on, my guy? See y'all there, man. That's why I said you gotta understand that. We gotta start healing in more than one way. It does begin with communication. Period. I've seen that is surely the best way to do so. But most of us in the communities will get there. We'll definitely be able to heal. But again, it does start with love and respect, not just within ourselves, but the people around us. I can accept anybody with different flaws and everything else. It won't make me no difference. Because at the end of the day, it's not a race thing. Because we all are a human race. So it won't be attacking it like that. I know, Phil. I know. You know I had to mess with you though. See, that's what you get for not listening, baby. Brothers out here getting food, snacks, and everything else, sub sandwiches. Man, see what I'm talking about? I don't be caring. I don't be caring. So people gonna keep getting this too. Playing with my damn emotions. Did it again. Oh man. Sparky, what's going on, baby? Oh, you came out here shadow hunting? I got you, baby. Oh, I got you, baby. Oh man. Getting started up, baby. Yeah, don't worry. Oh man. But again, gotta have voice of reason. And that is another way of healing. You gotta have that voice of reason within yourself to say, you know what, despite everything I'm going through, I can't allow it to determine and deter me from any type of greatness or blessings that could be along the way. But again, you have to keep some sort of communication open. You are upset about what's going on, you have to open your mouth. Love baby, why you crying for? Love baby, why you crying for? Why I'm catching up to the chat, you crying. I see you, DJ Tanya Renee. See you here, baby. You have to do it though. It is a tough, it is a tough notion at times to face, but again, you have to face it. But the one thing to remember too is that you don't force a healing process or rush one. Because when you rush in the process, you're not completely healing again. And that's on all cylinders. Serious, what's going on, baby? No, we ain't Phil, Phil, since you think we laughing here, take this with you. Talking about people laughing at you. Yeah, we laughing at you now. Watch this. But see, like even this prime example, we all are coming together as a tribe, a community, and we are bringing the best possible talks and conversations that's needed. It doesn't matter whether it's gems being dropped in the chat or people popping up. That does begin the healing process. We just gotta know who's who for us and just know how to move and build from there. I do see a strong healing process happening within the community at some point. It's gonna take a while, but I see it happening. But if we don't open our mouths and we don't express what's really on our mind and what's in our hearts, we'll never be able to really heal. And again, for those who feel like certain things happening and it's their fault, again, it's not. Yeah, well, we all going through it. Realist, we all going through it, man. Look here, man. You have like hitting 1,000 degrees outside right now. I tried to walk this dog earlier for the night and he ran right back in the house. That goes to show you, yeah, we know it's hot. Probably gonna be dealing with this the next week. Appreciate you, Letitia. And congratulations to everybody who just got monetized recently, partially monetized or on the way to, or growing their sub counts, growing their channels. Continue to keep doing what you're doing, bring the best content, keep being the best you. Even if you're going through something, if it's a part of your healing process and that's how you healing, then keep doing what you gotta do. Marlene, you lucky. It's about 90. It's probably still like 90 in the city right now. I'm ready to go to the pool, but the pool's closed. Oh, Court, since you like shadow hugging, right? Yeah, you like shadow hugging and you ain't bring me nothing. Here, take one of these. How do you? My bad, my bad. That's too violent for you. I can't do that to you. I can't do this to you though. That's crazy, realist. Oh man, but that is the truth though. don't don't ever get yourself in a corner where you feel like you can't get out of it. You have to keep your minds open, keep your spirit open as well too. Because again, with pain, there does come happiness and joy at some point. You just have to really see the silver lining. Yeah, mommy, you'd be surprised. Some people really. Let me go down that road. Just when we do start coming together, We can definitely start seeing a change in the healing process that's needed. We have to outreach again the way we need to through conversation and strong actions as well too. When you get that, we can get back to a better stage of a community we once lived in. Marlene, you don't be caring about me. You don't care about me. Came in here and ain't even offer no damn oxtails. I need those oxtails. Matter of fact, here, you gotta take one of these too. Chop something in the chat. I'm messing with y'all. I'm messing with you. Yeah, but see, you don't ever allow that to happen neither, man. At some point, you gotta start. Marlene, you ain't even popping on something to give me no oxtail love. Come on, man. We gonna find an oxtail emoji for you. I need some oxtails, man. You ain't gonna be making it on Sunday and not loving my fat stomach. I'm tired of this. I think once we realize that again, we can definitely see a different change in the world. Might not be a big change, but it'll be a significant one nonetheless. Letitia, I ain't messing with you. You put a whole ox in the chat. You put a whole ox in here. I like that. I like that. Oh snap! I hear you, Marlene, man. No chicken rasta pasta. Get some of that, man. Oh, stop doing that to me, baby. But I believe again. She put a whole ox in there. I ain't messing with you, Letitia. I'm not messing with you. But again, you gotta understand this though. And understand this with the deepest part of your spirit. Not gonna be able to release any type of negative if you don't get you the help when needed. It doesn't matter how you get the help. Just get you the help. Once you do, you can start healing and growing the best way possible. But nonetheless, again, that link is pinned in case anybody want to chime in. I ain't gonna hold y'all all night neither. I feel my little 2 hours is up. Oh snap! I hear you, Letitia. Oh, well, I ain't gonna lie. I made enough food yesterday, so I still got leftovers. I'm about to bust that down, baby. I should have made mac and cheese, but I could do that tomorrow. Let's see. I appreciate you, Letitia, baby. Tanya, what you had tonight, baby? Know you over there out there eating good in the neighborhood. Oh, no, that part two, though, Marlene. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ain't lying about that. Okay, go. Oh, come on now. Did you just try to? I better have your plate ready. Okay. I got your plate ready, all right. Since you like eating seafood, I got something for you. I got Oh shoot, that sounds good too. I gotta make me some steak this weekend. I think I'm gonna need some pepper steak, baby. But it is a good way for us to do that. Even this conversation right here is a healing process for some. It's therapeutic for others because they definitely need it. Nonetheless, it's necessary. That is a part of your growth, and that will always be a part of your spiritual growth. When we get to that, we get to a better tomorrow. But definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. And shout out to my hater that came in here earlier. You really thought I was gonna do something? Nah, I wasn't. Told you my energy gone, at least for you. Oh, since y'all like seafood so much, here, take this with you on the way out, though. I don't keep playing with y'all, man. Oh no, this was early, Marlene, but got him up out of here quick and ain't even waste my time because I won't. I got time to be invested on things I'm invested in. This is one of them. So they don't get wasted energy. They just get these videos. Appreciate you, Tanya. See again. It's just it depends on what you putting on in there and how you attack it. You got some people that'll mess with it because they gamers. So but all in all, though, I do appreciate everybody that tuned in. And like I said, it ain't gonna be too far for the topics. Don't matter if it's social or political. The main thing, those things do affect us as well. If we don't start attacking what needs to be attacked, our healing as a community will never happen. We want to get back to that sense of how we was before. Got to bring back those same ideologies. Start eliminating stuff that really needs to be eliminated. You want to be a hater on all ends, be a hater, but be a hater on that side. Like Pun said, homie, not you again. Go that way. When you don't listen, you get one of these. Or you could possibly get one of these. But nonetheless, the healing process will begin. Oh, my stomach hurt. As soon as you said coconut shrimp, oh,
I do the twice baked potatoes though. You got it fully loaded, Marlene? Come on, man. Come on, man. Tell me something good before I have to give you this work. Still love you, baby. Yeah, got Letitia on hungry and everybody else on hungry. On that note, let me start getting myself up out of here. Time to walk King Simba, remote back up again. The look of disgust. But nonetheless, we're gonna continue this cipher in the morning. You know that. And I did promise y'all some good vibes tomorrow, music wise, so I will give y'all that as well. But yet and still, we always gonna have these talks, and it's always gonna be a blessing bringing something to the people. Better healing, it does begin with better conversations with the people. That's what we need to do. Keep having these convos. We can definitely impact something. Definitely let y'all get going. I might see some of y'all running around these streets. I'm up and activated, baby. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance tonight, you already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real builds. But I appreciate all my members of the Eulogy family. I appreciate everybody that's been really rocking out and supporting. And like I said, I still do have something in the works. We're going to celebrate the right way. We're going to celebrate my way. So, oh, wait. I know. I owed you one. I didn't owe you one, Marlene. Hold on. Did owe you something. I did owe you something. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to definitely bring them Toon Dims. Like I said, sometime some of y'all gonna have to really get up with me on the Twitch. I have to really start doing something over there as well too. But y'all definitely stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Y'all enjoy y'all evenings. I'll see y'all running around here. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.